Hello, welcome to our first lesson in information technology. This is the first time we are running this course. It's actually the first time the awarding body has introduced this syllabus. So hopefully we'll be able to do some justice to it. But I just want you to be excited about it because this is the session where you actually, or this is the course where you actually get your hands dirty in codes. I chose to start up with Unit 2 because it is the one that's actually has that very good practical component in it. So the Unit 1, it's filled with loads of theory, which is very essential as well. But I just felt it would be nice for us to start up with this. And maybe sometime in September we'll start the Unit 1, or whenever time we finish this. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be done with this unit. Okay, so just to bring your attention to the link, the live link to the class, that's it there. If you log on to your college portal, you should see that that's the live link, the live session there. Let me see this. Yeah, that's it there. This one here. Hopefully you can see me scribbling my finger there. Okay, so what exactly does this unit contain? First of all, you will be learning what HTML is all about. I'm so sure some of us would have heard about HTML before because it's a common language used in the web industry. So most likely you might have come across it. So we will be looking at what HTML is all about, what it contains, a good understanding of what it's all about generally. Then of course we will be looking at CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. That's what it means. We'll get a good understanding of it. We'll also look at JavaScript. In fact, as a matter of fact, we have these three things here. That's the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Those are the components that mostly make up a web page. So we will be looking at those individually. Then of course we're going to design a website. So we're going to make you guys choose a particular website that you'll be designing. It could be a website about yourself, or it could be something that interests you. It could be for a football club, or it could be for whatever thing that you wish to do. But that will be your own project in this unit. Then of course we will be looking at what we call the semantic of the web. I'll go into detail, but just to introduce you, just to give you an idea of what that means. Basically, the computer is a dummy. I just use the word dummy. It's because whatever you give it, that's what it produces. But semantic is something that's been introduced lately just to make the computer think as human, to make them actually understand what is going on behind the scene, rather than just regurgitating what you give to it. So the computer tries to understand it. So that is what the semantic web is all about. So like I said, we're going to go into detail on what that is, what it represents. Of course, one of the goals for this unit is not just to teach you how to create websites or how to learn all the basic things that you need to know about website, but also to teach you the best practice, how to write codes in a sweet synthetic way. So that's the whole idea of this course, for you to write code in a decent way. Now, like I said, the unit, you're going to be learning about real world thing. You're going to be creating your own website, best practice in writing codes for the web. And of course, you're going to understand how coding and programming languages combine to create an effective user experience. Now, programming language is quite different. I'm going to introduce you guys with a little bit of programming in this unit. We'll be looking at Python, for instance, to see how we can combine what we call the front page of a website and the back end of a website. So that's where the programming comes into play. Okay, so we will be looking at that as well. And just to give you an idea of what the assessment is all about, very interesting. This is quite different from most of your assessments. Assessments typically would be like 2 hours, but this is 3 hours, I guess, because there's a practical element in it, which is very interesting because once you are able to understand your codes, there's no problem with you facing any challenge that has to do with the examination in this unit. So the first assessment for the information technology exams will be in June 2019. Like I said, it is the first time. Typically, when a unit is introduced for the first time, or when a course is introduced for the first time, they allow 1 year for you to complete it. So we're going to be completing the AS unit Both of them, both exams will be done in May, June 2019. So before we get there, I believe you will be so comfortable with it, and hopefully you can slice it. It will be a piece of cake to you. Okay, so the assessment, like I said, is going to be 3 hours. The assessment is out of 80 marks. Students will be asked to apply their knowledge of coding for the web in a practical examination. So that's interesting. So that's why it is good for us to start now, so that coding will be a second nature to you. That's the whole idea for starting early. So students must answer all questions in the exams. And again, just to give you how to succeed in this exam is so important, especially coding. Like I understand that in school most of you haven't learned this before, so it is new for those of you that are particularly going to study computer science. This is what you need to get. This is the course you need to know very well for you to be so comfortable, especially once you get in your year one. You're practically doing everything that you have learned in this unit. And for those that are not actually even going into computer science, it's still something. There's no course that you do these days that does not have an element of computer science in it, because everything we do, it's online, Internet of Things, everything, it's all about the web, so it's a good thing for you, is a good unit for you to also get a good understanding of. Okay, right, so learn by doing. That's the way you learn how to code. Anything that has to do with the web, you just have to get your hands dirty in it. You have to practice all the time so that it will become a second nature to you. So it's learn by doing. It's not just reading it. You need to practice. Okay, always play with the code while learning. Have fun with it, okay? Don't get too serious. Don't see it as a mission that you want to conquer. Then it becomes exciting. Then seek out more online resources. I tell you, a lot of people that are even gurus in this and didn't even have to go to university, because the online resources for web, for things like this, it's all over the place. It's all over this place, So, anything that you're stuck on, all you need to do, just go to Google. How do I do this? What's the code, sample code for this? And you get it. So seek out online resources. Like I said, there's wealth of content on the internet. Don't just read the sample code. Yes, I tell you, you're going to get thousands of sample codes to make things work for you. It's not enough to just copy and paste. Tinker with the codes. Remove something. That's how you understand what the code is actually doing. Tinker with it. Remove it and see how it destroys the page. And put it back. That's how you learn it. Okay? So that's one good advice there for you. So take breaks when debugging. I tell you, if you're not a patient person, this is not for you. You just need to learn how to be patient. If you want to become a programmer or a front-end designer, whatever thing that you want to do that has to do with IT, you have to be patient, because at times you get what we call bugs. You get problems, and that could be as a result of just one simple mistake, as dots. It could be like, even maybe you missed a semicolon that could throw the whole thing upside down. So you just have to be patient. So typically when I'm faced with issues like that, maybe when I'm coding and I see it's not working, I take a break. I take a break to relax myself, and at times I actually go to bed. I go to sleep, and I start dreaming of it. I start dreaming of the solution. It helps. I was thinking it's just me. No, after speaking with so many people in the industry, they say the same thing as well. So take a break. Go to bed, dream about it if you can dream about it, then come back to it, and you understand. You find that it becomes a lot easier. Okay. Don't give up, okay? So keep calm and keep on coding. So before you get used to coding, typically I would advise people to code every day. Even if it's 20 minutes, if it's 1 minute, just do something, and it becomes second nature. And I tell you, even before you graduate, you will become, it depends on what level you want to go to be honest with you. The sky is your limit, let's put it that way. But so long as you know what you're doing when it comes to coding, the sky is your limit in terms of job opportunities or even being self-employed yourself. Okay? Then let me quickly talk about what we call the hash 50 days of coding. So I will be introducing you guys to what I call hash 50 days of coding. Now, going forward, after you finish this video, what I advise you is to log on. In fact, in the next couple of slides, I'll be talking about that. So you need to go to the hash 50 days of coding that I've created for you guys in the Slack portal. As a matter of fact, I would advise you guys to send me your email so I can invite you to join the hash 50 days of coding. So that means every day you have to do a piece of work of coding and upload it there. No matter how small it is, even if it means you just did something to bold in it, or something, just put it up. Or I will be giving you activities to do as well to just upload there. You see that you say day one, this is it. You find how you've improved over time. That's the whole idea of the hash 50 days of coding. So I want to believe after the 50th day, you will look back and go, wow, I did this. So that's the whole idea of the hash 50 days of coding. All right, so that's the detailed information there about it. So that is the link to it there. Okay, if you can click on it, that's the link to the IT Unit 2 slack.com. That's when you click on this, it takes you straight to the hash 50 days of coding. Or not to worry, I'm going to put this on Viber as well, so you guys can just click on it or send me. I beg your pardon, you must send me an email first, your email address first, so I can add you to the group. Okay, so and I'll remind you guys about what you need to code. Okay. Right, so the rules about 50 days of coding. The two main rules of the challenge is to ensure successes are: one, you commit to coding for a minimum of 1 hour every day for the next 50 days. That is what it is all about. So commit yourself. 1 hour. That 1 hour could be maybe when you just woke up, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. or whatever, or from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay, just commit yourself to coding. I will be giving you daily what to code. Okay, go through this thing. I want you guys to get comfortable with this. Get your your Slack set up, and and I'll advise you to start up with the activity. I have the first activity for today anyway, so that I will have you guys do. Yeah. Okay, so you commit to encouraging at least two other people who are taking the challenge each day. So now everybody doing this unit will be part of this challenge, obviously. So once you commit your whatever, you take a snapshot, a picture of whatever you've done for the day, you upload it on the Slack portal. Everybody sees it. And it's encouraging, it's encouraging to now compare and see how you guys are faring. And if, for instance, you see what your classmate is doing, it's interesting, you want to ask them as well, how do they do it or whatever, but it's an interesting forum or platform for this challenge to take place. So at the end of the 50th day, we're going to see who was able to complete this successfully, all the tasks, who was able to do that. So maybe sometime during our course of the project, we'll see what the gift will be at the end of the day. Then commits should be made before 9 p.m. daily. Now, for this to be effective, so we have put a time constraint. So we want all commits to be done by 9 p.m. We don't want you guys to stay up late and be doing this. Just get it out of the way. 9 p.m. Okay, now these are some free online resources that I want you guys to look at. For instance, you could register with Code Academy. When you click on this link here, it takes you to Code Academy. Here you get free resources. You can actually practice your code skill on the portal there. Then of course, Khan Academy is a very good one as well. It teaches you the beginning of programming, of HTML, and so on and so forth. So all these links of course I can't forget the W3 school. That's been the epic one there. It's been there for God knows when, since a couple of years ago, so it's forever being developed. So for starters, it's a very good portal to use. All right, so I'm going to stop here now, and in the next lesson, I will be talking about, I'll be introducing what HTML is all about. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.